pretty fucking bad.
Fucking terrible.
What a mistake that was.
One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Shut up. Shut up, Nick. Shut up!
Okay, Ethan, you have the. I know you already have them up. Name the last 14 Marvel movies, and we'll say whether we like them or not.
I was gonna pull them up, and then he put the pressure on me, and I just.
We'll say whether we like them or not. We'll give them a Nick and Ethan, or double Nick and Ethan thumbs up or thumbs
Let's
down.
starting from after Endgame. Then what would that be?
Everything after Endgame.
Okay. Spider-Man: Far From Home.
I don't like that movie.
I'm gonna say I liked it when I saw it, but I also don't ever think about it again.
I'm not really a fan of that movie either. I don't like that one.
Okay. Black Widow. Big thumbs down. I can't remember anything.
I didn't like that movie.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I
haven't seen it.
I like that one.
That movie was actually watchable. I'll give it a pass.
That was good.
Eternals.
We
got Druig.
Dog shit.
Bad.
Druig was right.
Fucking dog shit.
Bad movie.
Druig was right. Our mission was a mistake.
That was the first time Marvel tried to do art house cinema, right?
Yeah. Oh, what a fucking mistake that was. God damn.
All right. Spider-Man: No Way Home. I think it was a fun event film, but man, it is horrible on rewatch.
I will never rewatch that movie again.
It is so painfully made for a movie theater, but not in a good way.
They wanted me to put the cane down and then wait for the camera to come around before I said my line. And I was like, thank you. I said to the director, I said, that's weird, why are you doing that? It feels like I should just speak. And he's like, no, because people are going to go be really excited.
I didn't really love it coming out of the theater. Honestly, the nostalgia shit worked on me. I was like, dude, Toby's back.
Me too.
I was so happy.
I enjoyed it in
Norman
theater.
was great.
Yeah,
Willem Dafoe was amazing.
It was a fun theater experience.
Yeah.
But I didn't. It's not a good movie.
Yeah. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, didn't see it.
Fucking hate it.
I like this one more than most people. I don't know if I would give it like a full-throated thumbs up, but it was okay. It was fine.
I feel like a lot of like Cinesnobs were like, and Sam Raimi fans were like, you guys are all just weird. This was fun. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Terrible.
I didn't watch it.
That might be the worst.
I've heard that's
movie,
the worst
actually.
one.
I think that is the worst one.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
This was good. I don't know if you guys saw
really like
this.
it.
I like this one.
I liked bits of it, but I didn't love it. I'm like very split on it. It's like a 6 for me.
I think they were put in a very rough situation for this film.
Yeah.
So,
It's a tough-
An impossible situation to deal with.
Yeah.
Like I could not imagine.
So I don't know. I don't like it, but I also don't necessarily hold this.
Because
one
what do you
against
even do
Okay.
to like fix it? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Now on to Phase 5, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I did not watch it.
Very bad.
I've heard
One
it's
of the worst
very
things
bad.
I've ever seen in
Very,
my
very
life.
bad.
It's a movie so bad it caused Michael Douglas to retire from acting.
And Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah,
and
she's out too, I heard.
Evangeline Lilly. And then right after that was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Genuinely phenomenal
Great.
movie.
Didn't watch
Great
it.
movie.
Can't.
You
I'm
gotta
sure
watch
it's
it.
But Nick's be like, well, that doesn't count because that's James Gunn. James Gunn's God now, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Because James Gunn is different.
I'm sure it's good.
The Marvels.
Didn't
watch
I
it.
fucking hated that movie.
Bad,
I hate watch that movie.
yeah, pretty bad.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I didn't watch this.
I
Literally
you
fucking.
guys
I didn't like this, but it has to be noted that a lot of fucking people love this movie. It worked for a
Made
lot of people.
money.
It
Made a
did
lot
No,
its
but
job.
Nick, it didn't just make a lot of money. People fucking love this.
People
thing.
like it,
People
dude.
love this movie. They did.
It's one of those annoying movies where people will go online and be like, if you didn't like it, Deadpool and Wolverine, you're just a hater.
I'm gonna make a name for myself.
Like you're just trying to be special if you didn't like Deadpool and Wolverine.
That was fun. You didn't like Channing Tatum? You
bad.
didn't like Channing Tatum in this movie? I thought he was funny.
I think it was funny. I think Channing Tatum's always funny.
But he's like, I shot out of my
but-
daddy's dick ready or whatever. That's what he said. That was
Sorry,
pretty
that
funny.
is Big Eddie in his
Yeah.
Cajun accent. And then following that was Captain America: Brave New World, which was so boring and
Bad.
forgettable.
literally fucking
Bad.
terrible.
Remember when Harrison
Bad.
Ford turned red?
Yeah, bad.
And then Thunderbolts, which we just recently talked about.
Which
I liked it.
That now that we're hearing all of them laid out like this, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite post Endgame one. I think.
More than Guardians 3?
No, I don't know.
What did I give the pass on 2 of them?
Yeah, I think.
But you see what I'm saying, dude? Like, they don't know what the
I
fuck
understand.
they're doing.
You've got a point, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think it's a little hyperbolic to say they've all sucked because I don't think they have. I don't think they've all sucked.
Should we compare the previous output of the previous 3 phases
Yes.
and
let's
see
do
what
that.
the consistency is? All right. Phase 1, Iron Man 1. Fucking great.
Amazing.
Incredible Hulk. Not great.
I love that movie.
I like
I
it.
love that
I
movie.
wouldn't
I
say
don't
it's as
think
good
it's
as
that
Iron
good.
Man, but it's definitely better than like 90% of the.
Iron Man 2. Pretty mid.
I don't
and bad.
like.
I actually
this
liked
one.
it.
I don't like this one.
That one
actually
was
liked
very
it.
much a Avengers setup movie.
I like when he's like, "Give me my boat." I like that part.
I want my board.
And then Thor, which it's fine.
Terrible.
It's pretty
fucking
mid
terrible.
and bad. Captain America: The First Avenger. I think pretty underrated.
I actually like it.
I
a lot.
love
I
the
think
first
it's-
half of this
I
movie
like
so much. It's so great.
I love the ending
Yeah.
though. The ending is so good.
the ending.
The
Is
final
great.
line.
Yeah.
So good.
Once he's like fully Steve Rogers, I was like, all right, this kind of sucks. But the entire Skinny Steve section is amazing. One of my favorite like first acts.
Yeah, when
of a
he
Marvel
jumps
movie.
on the grenade.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
stuff.
And then followed the first Avengers, which I think I like it, and it was a
I
big
didn't
moment
like
in
it.
time in history. But I don't think it's a great movie. I think it's good.
I think it is actually a really well written movie. I think it is.
I did not enjoy this movie at all.
Even at the time, you didn't like it.
No, I really didn't like the Avengers, and I really, really hated the second Avengers movie.
Well, that one's not as good, but I think the first one's pretty legit. I think Loki's great.
didn't really
Loki's great.
enjoy
The
it.
team dynamics are great.
I think it was.
I think.
It was like I was like fully on the Marvel hype train until I saw the Avengers, and I was just like, I don't know if I really like this very much.
You're like opposite, man. Everyone else was like, "Oh, I don't know about this Marvel stuff, and then Avengers. Everyone's like, yes, and Nick's like, I'm leaving the party now. I'm leaving the party at 9.
On the phase 2, we have Iron Man 3.
I
That one's very
love this one.
controversial.
I
like
really
it.
love this one.
I love it.
I love Iron Man 3.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I love that he's having panic attacks and he flies into snow and then he helps the little kid, but he's also an asshole to the little kid. Like, there's so many great moments in that movie.
There's like a whole fight scene where he fights without a suit, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, good. That's a good one.
Thor: The Dark World, pretty fucking bad.
Bad.
I kind of like this one too. I like this one.
What?
A little bit. I like this one a little bit because the beginnings it feels like a space opera Lord of the Rings prequel kind of thing, or
A little bit,
like a prologue. So I don't know. I like dark elves and shit like that. Like, you know,
Fantasy.
yeah.
These movies were really annoying for me because I really thought Chris Hemsworth was like a good Thor, and I was just like, I just don't enjoy anything that's happening in these movies.
Yeah.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier, fucking banger. I love the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier's great. I don't love it as much as everyone else, I think, but it's definitely not. It's not my favorite one, but I really like it for sure.
I like it. It's probably top 5.
I didn't like it that much.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Really,
That was the first like big swing for Marvel of like, let's do something weird that no one's heard of.
Yeah.
the first one. I liked it more than the second by far.
No, I think it's my least favorite of the 3 actually.
Same.
But I still really like it.
I love the setup. The whole entire like first like 45 minutes of this movie is just fucking amazing.
Well, it just kind of has the worst villain. That's kind of the only thing that
Yeah.
really sucks about it.
Yeah, but everything, but like even like the prison sequences and like the build up, like how the team is actually like built up and how they like form those relationships. Like I thought it was done so well.
That's true. That's true. I just think about Ronin versus Ego and whatever the other guy was, High Evolutionary. And I'm like, he's definitely the weakest
I agree,
part
but
of the whole thing.
but even still, like the final fight sequence, like it's done so well, and like Groot like sacrificing himself and everything. Like I think even with like a weak villain, I think they handled everything pretty fucking well.
Yeah. Oh wait, before you go to the next one, in that same video, guys, I was telling you about, he was talking about the creation of the narrative for the Infinity Stones.
When I wrote the scene with the Collector, explaining that, you know, there was this explosion and then the Infinity Stones were born and what they mean and where they came from, that was literally me just sitting down for 3 minutes and writing that, and that's then what became the rest of the Infinity Stones.
I always assumed that was Kevin Feige's thing, like, oh, the Infinity Stones are super important, like we got to make sure this one is in this movie, and then all this, the Tesseract or whatever the fuck.
And then following that, which I think is probably currently the worst Avengers movie, Age of Ultron.
Yeah, but there are moments of this movie that are good. Like, do you remember?
I think the Hulkbuster Iron Man fight, or the Hulkbuster Hulk fight, is really good.
Then the whole scene with them at the party when they're like all just hanging out, that's a fun scene. Ultron is just kind of whatever. Great performance by what's his name? Is that James Woods?
James Wan.
James? No, it's not. It's James Woods. I think. I'm pretty sure it's James Woods.
It's not
David
is
Spader.
it James Woods?
Oh yeah. It's David Spader. No, is it David? Who the fuck is David Spader?
not
David
David
Spade.
James Spader.
James Spader.
It's not James
David
Spader,
Spade
though.
is from Grown Ups.
It's I don't fucking know. It's Pocket.
Yeah, James.
I don't know his
James
name.
Spader is
The British
ultimate
guy.
actor. Yeah, James Spader. He's in The Office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James
Yeah,
Woods.
I think his performance is good, but I think the writing is too annoying. Where it's like,
Well, clearly you've never owned an air fryer.
Would have to break anything.
Clearly, you've never made an omelet.
You beat me by 1 second.
I think it's the least. It felt like they just went like, let's just make the first one again, but bigger,
yeah.
and that's kind of all. And then now it's robots. And then ending out phase 2 is Ant-Man from Edgar Wright, sort of.
I actually
I
enjoyed
like
it.
this one too. Yeah.
I think it's solid.
I wish Edgar Wright would have completed his vision on it because it
Yeah.
definitely didn't feel Edgar Wrighty enough. It felt like it had like little snippets of him in there, but it could have been more stylish.
Yeah, underrated. It could have been better, but I think
I think Paul Rudd's great though.
Most people go to that one as like, oh, Marvel, like this is all these mid movies, but I feel like that one is actually pretty good. I think
It's solid.
it's cool that Paul Rudd in that movie, what's his name, Scott Lang, is he's like he's not a just good ass dude like Chris Evans.
he's just a Joe Schmo who's good at breaking into things.
He's like he's basically a criminal, and he's like maybe those people can be superheroes too. Like I thought even that in and of itself was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they could have leaned into it further. I think he was kind of like a good guy at heart at all times. But
Yeah, because his crime was like, oh, actually, like, what did he do? He broke into some billionaire. Didn't he like steal a
Was it
bunch of
safe?
money from like a Ponzi scheme and then give it back to everyone they stole it from?
You broke into the home of your former boss and stole $4 million.
No. I actually refunded $4 million to customers VistaCorp was stealing from. I mean, or maybe a bit less than $4 million after service charges.
So even that, yeah, you're
Robin
right.
Hood.
It's, yeah, he's Robin Hood crime.
All right, and then that's the end of phase 2. Phase 3 starts with Captain America: Civil War.
I hate it.
I don't love it on like rewatch when I think about it again. I think it's all right. I think it was pretty great for what it needed to be. It very much feels just like an Avengers movie to me.
I will say, I think it's a pretty interesting way to get them angry at each other. I think even to this day, it sparks arguments with people like who was right in that movie, Tony Stark or Steve Rogers, and I think that that's kind of
It felt
impressive.
very forced to me.
I think if you're not an idiot, it's very obviously Captain America's in the right.
No, it's the opposite. It's literally the opposite. I think
I don't think so.
because, dude. All right, well, it's hard. Should we do this for a couple minutes? His whole thing is we can't operate with total autonomy without go ahead from the governments of the world. They were going to be put under the control of a UN panel that was going to decide whether they need to go somewhere and like how many there were going to be. They were going to be controlled by not one single country, which I think is important because if they just became like a paramilitary organization of America or some other place, that would be bad. But it's the UN. It's like 100 whatever countries that are deciding whether they need to be in a global event, which I think that's a good idea. If that was like, because I think about in the real world, if we had the fucking Avengers, I wouldn't want them to just be like, well, Captain America said this is what we should do, so we should do that. Like, I want a little bit more oversight. I think that's pretty fair. No.
I don't even remember. Then it's followed by Doctor Strange. I think it's okay.
I think this had a lot of really cool visual effects. It kind of took the bendy, trippy skyscraper shit from Inception and was like, we're going to turn that up to like 150. That's pretty cool.
I just don't like how it
liked
how it kind of made magic seem very like basic. Like it was like we have karate with sparks and we can open portals, and that was all the magic felt like.
Compared to Doctor Strange comics, it definitely
It's
was
lame.
very tame.
The coolest shit you get out of Doctor Strange is the Thanos fight, where he's like summoning like clones and like pulling out the Crimson Band and all this cool shit, turning offensive attacks into butterflies. I'm like, that's the shit I want to see in the Doctor Strange movie.
Nick, what movie is
And I
that
didn't
in?
really get any of that.
What movie was that in?
What?
The cool fight that Ethan was just talking about. The really awesome fight that he was just talking about.
Fucking Endgame, dude. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's an Infinity
Oh.
War.
I fucking don't watch these movies,
You
dude.
don't?
I will not
You're
rewatch
like you
them.
remember all of them, and you're like, no, that one sucked. That was great.
I've watched them and I remember my opinions of them, but I don't rewatch these movies because I was like, these are bad. Why would I rewatch this fucking
It seems like you like more
Just
than
some of-
half of them so far.
Yeah, but I'll go rewatch those if I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to watch all of them.
Moving on from Doctor Strange, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I think this is my favorite Guardians movie.
I like it.
I love the emotional with Ego and that whole reveal and like Yondu and the father figure element really worked for me.
I think the whole Kurt Russell bit felt very kind of, I don't know.
I loved it.
I felt like goofier than the first movie, which I guess is fine. It just I don't feel like I have as much of an attachment.
Talk about Nick. You're talking about James Gunn millennial cringe humor. The worst culprit of that is actually in this movie when Rocket's coming down with Baby Groot, and he's like, he said, "Welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy."
But he didn't say frickin'.
I was like, that's so dumb. And also, it's like so. Rocket is supposed to be the most brash one of them all, but he's like, "Well, I have to censor myself because I'm around who? Because what? You know?" It's just like totally breaks the fucking movie, basically, for him to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say fuck. That would be wrong."
Could you imagine how cool it would be? He said, "Welcome to the Guardians of the fucking Galaxy." I'd be like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, because didn't they let Chris Pratt?
They let him say it in the third one.
Yeah, in the third one.
Open the fucking door.
Yeah, that was why that. Like out of just one time.
I think it would have been awesome if they let him say fuck.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with the context in which it's used.
Yeah,
because they want to keep their PG-13 rating.
All right, Phase 3. We're going on from Guardians 2, followed up by the first of the Spider-Man Home trilogy, Spider-Man Homecoming. I really liked it when it came out, but I don't think I've ever thought about it after.
It's pretty good. It's all right.
It's an okay movie. I don't like this take on Spider-Man. I don't like super techie Spider-Man. I don't like Spider-Man that has no struggles. Like, it doesn't feel like this version of Spider-Man is dealing with all that much in his everyday life that's difficult. And that's why the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man works so well, because I love how he's just so down on his luck. I love that, like, he's having to work this pizza job. And I just wish Tom Holland has it too easy because he has the in with Tony Stark, and it kind of ruins the character.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're changing in the fourth one mostly, right?
It's crazy that we had to do a whole trilogy just to make him like standard Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it sucks for Tom Holland because I think he does have a lot of potential as Spider-Man.
The thing I do really appreciate about Homecoming, I think it has a genuinely really good villain. I think Michael Keaton's great.
Oh yeah.
And I also love the plot twist / reveal that, like, of course.
Oh yeah,
dude. It's his daughter. Where you're like, you wouldn't think about it because she's like half black, but you're like, well, she's half something.
dude. When I first saw that in the theater, I was like, oh, that's good. I really love that moment.
And the scene of him in the car where he's slowly piecing it together as they're talking. Like, there's some really good stuff in it.
It was really well done.
Yeah,
that was really great.
Don't really remember a lot of it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. It's just it's not so much that the movie's problem. It's like more of an MCU problem.
It's just hard when you compare it to the Raimi shit. That's my main thing.
It's not even just the Raimi shit. I think it's when you compare it to the comic version of Spider-Man too, because he's a different character. I think Tom Holland's great. Like I feel like I have so many negative things to say about his version of Spider-Man, but I genuinely think he's like a great actor in Spider-Man.
I think one of his main problems in his career now, I'm wondering if like him being in the Odyssey is going to change this at all, but like he played Spider-Man in Uncharted. Every time I've ever seen him in anything, people kind of just ask him to play Peter Parker, it seems like. In that what was that movie? Devil All the Time.
He was really good in that.
That was a different tone from him, different flavor. But usually it's just like, oh, Peter Parker, blah, 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 you know?
All right, Thor Ragnarok.
I like this one. I like this one less than
it's
most
fun.
people. I'm not crazy about this one.
It's really funny. It's just a good comedy movie.
That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, it was fun. I've rewatched it and it's still fun.
I'm mixed on it. I don't know.
Didn't really work for you?
Well, it's talk about these criticisms of the drama being undercut by jokes. Like, this is a big.
It's straight up comedy.
If you look at it like wanting a good Marvel, good superhero movie, you're not really getting what you're wanting. You're getting a Taika Waititi movie.
Yeah,
you're getting a Taika Waititi movie about a guy on a planet trying to survive.
I think if James Gunn was writing this movie a la Superman or whatever, Guardians of the Galaxy, I think there's a lot of plot components in there for a very serious take on family drama and shit. Like, it's his sister that's been, hid away for everything for thousands of years or whatever.
I think had the original Thor movies worked out and done well and set up his character really well, and he's a really good grounded character, this movie would have been fucked. It would have been they'd be like, why are you fucking ruining Thor?
But everyone was like, they fixed him. They made him interesting.
I think because those movies were so badly received, that it doesn't really matter that they did this one-off, goofy movie with them.
All right, next up is Black Panther.
I also
like
like this one less than most people, I think.
I like it probably less than most people. I think there's a lot of good stuff in it. I think Michael B. Jordan's an excellent villain, and I like some of the ideas. But it's just very
ugly.
It's pretty ugly.
It might be the ugliest Marvel movie, honestly. That fucking end fight with them, the PS2
it's really terrible.
Is rough, dude.
Yeah, I think the only thing that makes me view it as like a positive film is Killmonger.
Yeah.
I think it's like such a good villain.
I also was like, all respect to Chadwick Boseman and everything, but like, I was never that big of a fan of his. I guess I
think it was a good performance. I don't think they gave him enough. Like the writing was not interesting enough for his character.
I think the problem with him is he was way too stoic.
Yeah,
I think they shouldn't. I think his character just
took
himself way too seriously. Yeah.
But I mean, I think that might be a response to that. At that time, everyone was criticizing these movies where everyone's Tony Stark. Why is everyone like Tony Stark? So they're like, all right, we'll give you somebody who's a little bit more solemn and stoic. So I get that they're trying to do something different. It just didn't necessarily work.
It just didn't work.
Much,
Yeah. Next one's the big one. It's Avengers: Infinity War.
Great. I love
this.
It.
Is one of my. It's probably top 3 for me.
I love this movie. I think it's great.
It's fine. It's fine.
Shut up, Nick. Shut up, Nick. Shut up.
They're okay.
Do you not remember like how big of a fucking deal these movies were?
This was huge.
For like even people that were film people were like, oh, this shit is sick. The Thanos memes were everywhere. Everyone was obsessed with this shit when it
was a cultural moment.
Yeah. It was a big deal.
But like you have to take into account how these things age in your mind, because I walked out and I said I liked Thunderbolts. Give me a week and I'm like, like, yeah, these movies can be like blow you away in theaters, but like 10 years later I'm like, whatever. Like
I don't know. I mean, I think Thanos is still probably one of our generation's like most iconic movie villains. I don't think that's changed, whatever it's been 7 years later. I think he still is.
I think a lot of the performances are great. I think a lot of how they handled these stories was great. I just don't want to rewatch these movies.
I think Infinity War is just like, it really does feel like just like a big event movie to me, where I'm like, if you don't know what's happening, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
you're gonna be so confused.
I didn't know anything. I wasn't really a fan of this shit. I saw maybe like 2 or I don't know, like I saw the Avengers movies, I saw like Civil War, maybe a couple of the other ones, and I was like, I went into this not really knowing all the characters or all the lore or whatever, and so I obviously didn't know everyone was getting snapped away. Like I didn't know they were gonna lose at the end, and when I saw that, I was like,
it was a crazy ending.
Fuck? Like I really couldn't believe they actually did that. And obviously it gets whatever, it gets overturned,
unsnapped.
But in the moment I was like, whoa, that's really fucking cool. I love that.
All right, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think this was the first time I was like, this sucks. I'm so bored.
Sucked.
Yeah,
I think it was pretty. I don't think there's even anything to like say about it. It's just kind of like nothing. I think the only thing that people liked in Ant-Man and the Wasp was the post-credit scene that immediately like sets up Endgame. Captain Marvel. In Infinity War, they tease Captain Marvel. Like Nick Fury is going to pager Captain Marvel when he gets like snapped, and then everyone's like, "Oh shit, that comes out. We gotta go watch that." I don't think that movie's very good though. I think it's pretty.
It was all marketing. That's how it made it.
I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as most people say it is. Like there's good
I
stuff
think it's just mediocre.
Yeah, it's not good. It's definitely not good. But everyone,
it's a very bad.
Everyone
movie.
was like saying it's the worst Marvel movie. I don't think that's true. I think
it's up there.
Brie Larson is very miscast in this role.
Yeah,
she's
I don't
bad
like
as Captain Marvel. I don't dislike Brie Larson, but she's not good in these movies.
No, I think she's good in movies. I just whatever the direction was, it was very just uninteresting. All right, and then into Endgame.
I love it. This
movie.
is my favorite one. My favorite Marvel movie, I think. So
it's good.
I think it's okay. I don't like it as much as Infinity War. I think it's good and it did its job, but there's a lot of technical and like plot stuff that really frustrates me. But I think it did what it needed to do.
Shut up!
I don't know. Wait. So what are the plot? Because I feel like a lot of people say that about this movie. I don't really get the take. What's the plot stuff?
Okay, listen, time travel, it doesn't work like in movies. Our time travel is blah, 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 whatever. But they set it up, it's like, okay, well, you can never go back, it just creates a new timeline. But then they should do, like, the whole Captain America ending does not make any goddamn sense with their own logic, which is, like, the most frustrating thing to me. Like, you time travel, if you go there and come back, you're gonna be in the exact same moment. But if you go and change something, you just create a new timeline, or you stay in that timeline you just entered, unless you come back. So, and, like, your body will stay the same in the current version you've set up. But then he goes off and goes back in time to return the stones, and then not at the location he teleported off, he's just off on a bench as an old man, implying that he time traveled and stayed in the past, but that would have created a new timeline. So how the fuck is he over there? Because they just wanted to have a scene, which I think is funny enough for the, no, I don't think I will, Joe Biden.
I also don't really like the Black Widow sacrifice stuff. Was that?
I forgot she
that
died.
was
she had a movie after this movie.
Yeah, I thought that scene was kind of whack.
Yeah,
and I don't even know really why they killed her, especially because they wanted to return to her character.
Someone needed to die. I think they needed to kill someone, and I think Scarlett Johansson was probably like, I'm kind of out with this shit. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it just didn't really work for me, her death.
Yeah, because it was like that scene. No, I'm gonna die. No, wait, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it was almost comedic.
Yeah, like I would totally. I know where Nick's come from. Like these movies are built for the theater experience, and you're never gonna like really enjoy them as much on a rewatch as you do the first time. But I don't know. I just remember seeing this movie for the first time, and I was like, this is fucking great. I loved it.
I feel like there's a large portion of these movies that I've said good things about, but like if I'm being real, the only ones I'm gonna go back and rewatch ever, unless y'all force me to for something, is the 3 Iron Man movies. I'll probably watch those again, and I'll probably watch
Eternals.
No, I'll probably watch Guardians of the Galaxy again.
Yeah. I know we've been talking for 2 hours, but I don't think we gave enough attention to Spider-Man. We kind of just went on an MCU
oh yeah
tirade. We should talk about Spider-Man.